Hey, what's up? Wanted to do something that I haven't ever really done here on YouTube, but I'm rather well known for, is I'm pretty good at ranting and raving. Might not surprise you with some of the quality of the videos, but I'm going to just kind of give a little bit of an angry rant about something that's been irking me multiple times, and it's bothered me for years now. There's a television show, and it's probably one of the worst shows, and I generally find it offensive. Being an economist, by default, you're a nerd or a geek. And The Big Bang Theory is nerd blackface. It is absolutely, it is no different than any other form of blackface. It's that simple. It is nerds in a watermelon patch dancing. Yes, that's how I feel about that show. Don't like it. It's not funny. It's poorly done. It uses terrible references that a child would know, and everybody now thinks that it's great and nerdy, and they're nerdy because they get the references. Saying Captain Picard or Luke Skywalker is not sci-fi nerdy. It's common culture at this point. Probably Darth Vader is more of a well-known name around the world than a lot of football players, because that doesn't travel out as well, be it English, the rest of the world football or American football. I wouldn't be surprised David Beckham isn't as well known as Darth Vader. So when you make a Darth Vader joke, you're not being clever or thinking deeply. And any show with a laugh track just deserves to be, well, not on the air. If you have to tell people when to laugh, it's not funny. Same, you tell someone it's a joke, it's not good. The laugh track does just that. And everybody now is like, oh, I'm into nerdy things, because I watched that show and I heard a couple references. So then you tell them about the nerdy things you like. Yeah, it doesn't go over well. And it's rather infuriating, because now you think you have this bond with someone, and then they immediately look down on you. And it's like, oh yeah, you played Dungeons and Dragons in college? What a loser. You just told me you were a nerd, so you'd be down with that. And it's, obviously, it just sucks. It's not a good show. It's poorly done. I can't believe that anybody likes it. And I'm sure some people are going to be rather angry with me, but it's not my fault you have terrible plebeian tastes. And you're not a real nerd, because everybody I know who's an actual geek really feels about the same way about it. And, it's just one of those things that it's kind of annoying when something that has been looked down upon in a social way is now celebrated, but the people who actually have it, instead of being, picked up on their thrones and celebrated, like the guy who wins the World Series, where the whole team now lifts him up and is thankful, regardless of what he's done the rest of the years. He's now the cool guy. No, now you're pushed aside and told you're still scum. And it's not a bitterness thing, it's just like, okay, we have now a common interest, that you're told that it's a common interest, so you try to engage people with it, and you're still, thrown out for it. But it's like anything else. You can like nerdy things or dislike it, it's whatever. It's all about how you carry yourself, and I'm pretty good at hiding a lot of the nerdy stuff. And even when you do it, you gotta do it lightly and have fun. I'm not wearing chainmail to a Dungeons and Dragons game. Maybe play with a couple buddies from college, and we were drunk and we had fun and we laughed about killing goblins. It's whatever. It's how this stuff goes. If you want to have a good time with it, you can do it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It's just really annoying when all these people tell you how much they're into these things. They have and they can't carry a conversation, and then they're just like, wow, you just suck. It's like, as I said, it's not really like a bitterness thing. I mean, I like what I like. I like a lot of popular things too, big into baseball, cars, shootings, things like that. But it's like, they've really found a group that was easy to exploit, because they're already social outcasts, made it look like they were cool, and then, well, everybody still hates us. So it's like, really, thanks, you guys are assholes. And that's why I said I really can compare it to like a blackface thing. It's like, oh, let's just let's empower them by making a mockery of them. Just because you're into geeky stuff, it's not social skills being bad. You're not autistic and a jerk and selfish. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you like nerdy stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's I actually know, sewing, it's a life skill. It's not a girl's thing, it's not a guy's thing. You can be a big strapping guy who sews, or flowers and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's just I don't know, whatever, I'm done ranting.